You're selling yourself. You are a product. I know it sounds super weird, guys. Sorry. But this is what the modeling industry is about. Hey guys, it's Bianca. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new series that I'm going to be hosting right here on my channel. It's called The Model's Guide. Pretty self-explanatory. I want to be able to share with you guys who want to become models all the different things that you can do or should be doing if you aren't already doing to become a successful model. If you haven't already, please won't you click subscribe and also click on that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I drop a brand new video. I will be dropping weekly videos for the Model's Guide series, so you don't want to miss out on that. This video is all about how to get signed. I feel like everyone wants to know the secrets, like what is the answer? How do I get signed to the agency of my choice? So I'm going to be covering that today. By the end of this video, you will have everything that you need, all the information that you need to know in order to be able to get signed successfully with an agency. The first thing that you need to do in order to get signed to an agency is find out what type of model you are. Now, there's fashion modeling, there's commercial modeling, there's fitness, there's swimwear, there's a whole lot of different categories. I fall under commercial, but I'm also able to tap into fashion as well as swimwear as well as fitness. So I'm quite versatile. But I did need a starting block so that I knew what my approach was going to be, and for me that was commercial model. How do you do this? Simply go into Google, type in fashion model, click onto images and have a look at what type of models pop up. Do the same for commercial, do the same for fitness, for swimwear, for plus size as well, and you'll then be able to see like, okay, what category do I actually fit into? This is super important, guys, and you'll understand why a little bit later on in the video. If you already know what type of model you are, won't you go into the comments box and tell me? I would love to know, and we can just have a conversation in there. So tell me, are you a fashion model? Are you fitness? Are you swimwear? Are you plus size? Are you commercial? What are you? Type it down in the comments box below. The next thing that's super important, I feel like all of these tips are important, but this is really important, and that is to know your measurements. You need to know what your height is. You need to know your bust measurements, your hips, your waist. These are really important because if you go onto an agency's website and you apply and you put in your measurements and they are incorrect, it is going to hinder you. I can tell you guys a little story. One of the first agencies that I ever applied to about 7 years ago, 2012. I didn't know what my height was. I just guessed and I put some random height onto, God, this is so embarrassing, but I had to share this with you guys because I feel like if you've done this, you'll be able to correct it. I don't want anyone else to make this mistake. But basically, I wrote down the incorrect height. I made myself 10 centimeters shorter than I actually am. And I'm already fairly short, you could say. I'm 1.68 meters, which isn't very tall in the modeling industry. And yeah, they were like, sorry man, you're too short for us. It's not gonna work out. Not knowing that that wasn't even my height. So measure yourself, it's so important. Get a tape measure, get a friend to help you out. There's different things you can do. You can literally take a piece of string. You can, let's say, take that around your bust. You can find the starting point and the end point, and then you can use a ruler to determine how wide or how small, whatever. You can use that to determine the circumference of your bust. Now I'm getting into some weird terms, which, guys, school was a long time ago, but anyways, you get the point, okay? Make sure that you are measuring yourself so that you're able to accurately apply to an agency. The next thing you want to do, and this is something that you should never stop doing, I still do it until this day, is do your research. You want to be in the know about what is happening in the fashion industry. Who are the top models at the moment? Who are the top photographers, the top stylists, the top designers? Where are the places that you need to be or need to be seen in order to maybe network or actually get opportunities? You need to always be in the know so that you are on top of your game at all times. And the easiest way to do research is even just going onto Instagram. you can go onto Instagram and you can look up the top models right now. What are they doing? What type of images are they posting? What are they eating? What is their lifestyle like? Where are they going? What is their style like? How do they do their makeup? You need to know these things because it's a culture. Modeling is a culture and you don't want to be left behind. You need to always be one step ahead so that you can actually, I'm trying to think how to word this. You always want to be one step ahead because it's important to know what is happening. Let's say you had a casting and that Saturday was a Victoria's Secret fashion show and you didn't even know that it took place. Like, you need to be in the know of these things so that you can also be involved in the conversation. And there's no harm in it, pretty much. It's good for you. You want to make sure that you know what is going on in the fashion world. The next thing, guys, is you want to be creative. You don't want to sit and wait to be scouted and no. These things don't happen. Sorry, I just got a message. No. Okay? It's not that simple. Yes, it's all well and good. Some models are found and discovered, but that's not necessarily going to be the same for you. So you want to make sure that you're doing the best that you can to create your reality. You don't want to wait for the perfect agency or wait for someone to stumble across your Instagram page. You want to make sure that you're putting stuff out there all the time and already envisioning, okay, what type of model do I want to be? Where do I see myself? And start trying to recreate some of those things. Let's say you want to be a swimwear model. Go onto the Sports Illustrated swimsuit page. Look at those models. Look at the type of shoots that they are doing. Look at how they do the hair and makeup of those models. Look at how they style those models. And try your best to, I wouldn't say copy, but get inspiration from those shoots and the content that they create, and then make it your own. Put your own little spark onto it. It's really important that you do this, that you enter competitions, guys. There's so many competitions out there, and the more you push your work out, the more you say, okay, this is me. I'm a swimwear model, for example. I'm a swimwear model and I want to be featured in Sports Illustrated. Okay, cool. Figure out, like, study that, you know. But then on top of that, after you've done all that studying and research, you want to now, which is pretty much my point before, you want to now put your stuff out into the world. Put yourself out there and don't be afraid to do so. Create your portfolio already. You don't want to arrive at an agency for your interview, for example, and you don't have any pictures. Okay, they'll see you in person, but then they want to see, like, what work have you done? And it doesn't mean that you have to have booked Guess or Nike or something, you know, some big campaign. You can create the work that you see yourself doing eventually. The next step is to finally apply. Do some research. Let's say, okay, this is Google. Let's pretend this is Google. Top modeling agencies in South Africa. Great, they narrow it down. Some agencies don't have branches in all the major cities, so choose whatever city you're in, okay? Let's choose Cape Town, for example. Top modeling agencies in Cape Town. Now, look through all those agencies, and there's tons, especially in Cape Town. There are so many agencies to apply to. Look through them. Now, what you want to do is, let's say you click on, okay, let's say ICE, because I'm also with ICE. So you click onto ICE models, and you click, okay, Cape Town, cool. Now, whether you're a male or a female model watching this video, remember my first point, which is to find out what type of model you are. This is now why it's super important, because then you'll be able to look at, let's say you look at their female board of models. Let's say you look at their female board. Cool. You'll be able to see the types of models that they look for. And then you'll be able to compare and say, okay, I kind of look like that, or yeah, no, I don't really look like that. So you kind of have to filter out the agencies. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying apply to only one agency. Apply to as many agencies as you can. But do your research to see, okay, cool, these are the type of models that they have on the board. Do I fit that or not? It's as simple as that. So once you've done that, you'll be able to then narrow down, let's say, 5 top agencies you want to apply to. And then using my previous points, you'll know all of your measurements. You own the fact that you are let's use fashion model now. I've used too much swimwear model examples. Let's say you're a fashion model. You own that. Put that in your Instagram bio. Fashion model. You can say freelance fashion model because you're not signed yet. It doesn't matter. But you want to get people to be familiar with what you're trying to do. So you would have done that already. Then you know what type of model you are. You've entered competitions. You creating your portfolio so that ICE calls you back and says, oh, hi, so-and-so, I love your look, or we love your look. Please come into the agency on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Now, bingo, done. Like, that means that, okay, cool, you're one step closer. Now you can go with all the content you've created, all the awesome images you're putting out onto your Instagram page, and you can have something to sell yourself with at your meeting. You don't want to arrive there and be like, okay, hi, yeah, this is me, okay, sign me. No, it's really not that easy. Having an interview with an agency doesn't mean that you're going to be signed automatically. This is really important. I've been called into many agencies and they're kind of like, you're too short, you need to lose a bit of weight, you need to do this with your hair, blah, 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 blah. They're not always going to be happy. So you want to make sure that you're putting yourself in the best light. So arrive there with some images on a USB stick and say, hey, I've got more images. Can I please put this into your laptop so you guys can have a look and see the work that I've done? Even though it's not a big campaign. It does not matter if it's not a big campaign. They just need to see you in a different light. Because when you arrive at your interview, you're a blank canvas. They're literally like, and that's another thing, and that will probably be in my next video, is how to dress for castings and interviews and things like that. But anyways, I'm a tangent queen. Let me just come back. They see you as a blank canvas, so they're like, okay, cool, but they need to buy into it. You're selling yourself. You are a product. I know it sounds super weird, guys, sorry, but this is what the modeling industry is about. You're a product and you need to be sellable. So when you arrive with some images, show them your Instagram account, like, what are you doing? And it doesn't matter how many followers you have. Just show them some stuff so that they can then be 100% sure about their decision. You don't want them to be like, you want them to be like, oh, okay, yes, we need you. Guys, okay, I'm really sad that this video has to come to an end now because I can talk about this for hours and hours and hours, but I don't want you to be sitting here and watching a 3-hour YouTube video. I don't even know if you can upload stuff. No, you can upload stuff that long, sorry. But I don't want you guys to be sitting here forever. I just wanted to give you those really important points, and from there, you'll be able to build and get signed. Now, another thing you need to remember is don't be scared or feel like you failed if you get rejected, okay? This is normal. The sooner you become comfortable with being rejected in this industry, the better. Trust me. It hurts, okay? And I can say this because it took me 4 years to get into the agency of my dreams, which is ICE. It took me 4 years. It was not easy. I had to keep going back to the drawing board. I was like, I'm not giving up. I am applying, and I applied every single year. So, with that being said, I also entered a competition, which I was fortunate enough to win, and I'll talk about that in my 3rd or 4th video of this series, I think. But I was putting into practice all the points that I just gave you. Let's just say that. And that is what helped me to eventually get signed to ICE and become a proper working model backed by a really good agency, because that's what you want ultimately. But don't be afraid to start at a smaller agency and then eventually get up to a bigger agency. That was actually the route that I had to take, because even though I wasn't with ICE for like 4 years of trying, I was with a different agency, and that's what helped me to start going to castings, start booking some jobs, start making some money, and just actually have like a leg to stand on. So even though this is where you want to be, it's baby steps, it's a process, it's a journey. So you start here and eventually work your way up to here. So even if you do get signed with an agency that is not the agency of your dreams, don't let it crush you. It didn't crush me, and I would love to just like show you guys, like, and I love going like this because I wish I could like dive through my camera, because I want you guys to just know, like, you're not alone in this. And it also, there's no like miracle stuff, there's no magic, no, it's pure hard work, it's dedication and consistency as well. And through these videos, I'm gonna help you guys get there. Before I end off this video, I wanted to just let you guys know that you can feel safe with the information that I've been giving you, or that I have given you in the last however long this video is right now. I've worked in the modeling industry for 8 years. Just had to do some maths. I've worked in the modeling industry for 8 years, and not only as a model, I've also worked as a model scout, I've worked as a model booker, a fashion stylist, I've worked as a makeup artist, I've worked as an art director. I've done a lot, and I've done a lot of behind the scenes as well, so I also understand that aspect. And I pretty much just want to be able to share with you guys my experience. I want to help you because I do get a lot of questions, specifically how do I get signed, but a lot of other things as well, which I'm going to cover in my next videos to come. And I want you guys to know that you can feel safe in the information that I'm giving you. I'm only here to better you, I'm only here to help you, I'm only here to encourage you. I want to see more like just amazing models in South Africa and worldwide. If there's people worldwide watching this, there's no problem in sharing what I know, and that's what I'm super passionate about. So I want you guys to remember that I am always here. I'm always happy to answer any questions. If you're watching this and you have asked me a question, you know that I always reply, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook or Instagram. I always reply, because I know what it's like to be in that position where you're just like, how do I do this thing? How do I become a model? Like, what do I do? And so yes, guys, I'm here to help you, and I don't want you to be afraid to ask me questions. So let me just stop here, guys, because this, I told you, I can talk about this forever. I'm super passionate about it, but let me stop here. I'm going to leave you guys here, and I'm excited to see you next week. Yay! I'm not going to give the title of that video away yet because I want it to be a surprise. But anyways, I really hope that this video helped you. And if it did, just let me know in the comments. Even if it didn't, let's say there's some more things that you need some help with. Be like, hey, B, how do I do this and this and this? Like, let me know in the comments. I'm always happy to respond and to help you guys, because that's why I've created this series. If you know someone, maybe it's a friend, a niece, a nephew, an aunt, I don't know, whoever. If you know someone who's trying to become a model and they want to know the answer to the question, how do I get signed? Share this video with them so that they can also learn. And don't be stingy, guys. Don't be stingy. It's very important. But share this video with them, and maybe, you never know, it could help them. Even if you're watching this and you're not trying to become a model, if you know someone else, please won't you send this video to them, because I'm trying to reach as many people as possible. And, you know, hopefully just create better, more professional and incredible models in our industry. Don't forget, you can come and say hi to me on Instagram at Bianca Kuyabe, and on Facebook as well at Bianca K Fit. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.